Hi, I'm Dmitry Gurinovich from Odessa, Ukraine, and this lesson is for week 5 for Introduction to Music Production course at Coursera.org. This video is devoted to reverb effect. I'm going to compare algorithmic and convolution reverb and demonstrate the difference and important features in both types of reverb. I've created a simple drum instrument track, and the reverb plugins we're going to look at are Isotope Ozone Algorithmic Reverb and Cakewalk Perfect Space Convolution Reverb. The general purpose of reverb is to add the ambience to the track, and its common uses are to make instruments sound real, like recordings in real rooms, or to apply a distance effect to the instrument. There exist two different approaches for creating the reverb effect: algorithmic approach and the convolution. Convolution reverbs use real sound samples recorded from real rooms, known as impulse responses. The reverb plugin then filters your sound through this impulse response to generate a believable organic tail based on the characteristics of real room. Algorithmic reverb, on the other hand, does not use convolution. It creates echoes using mathematical algorithms to simulate the delays that occur in reverb. The synthesis of echoes can be performed much efficiently on a computer using less processing, but any kind of reverb has to provide the essential options: the levels of dry and wet signals, which are the level of unprocessed signal and the level of reverberated signal respectively, reverb lengths, pre-delay, width or stereo base, the frequency of low-pass filter, which makes the reverberated signal duller, simulating the high-frequency absorption by materials in the room. And often there is an option for frequency of the high-pass filter, which allows to reduce the amount of muddiness on low frequencies. So these were the common options of the reverbs. Since the algorithmic reverb uses the mathematical approach, it has more options for reverb adjustment. Some reverb plugins provide options for room size and shape. The main option of convolution reverb is the option for selecting pulses. Now let's hear how these two kinds of reverb sound. First, let's hear the dry sound and then add some reverb. Here we can see how the algorithmic reverb allows to adjust the reverb flavor. I have set both plugins to simulate the whole room, so that we can hear the difference between similar reverb settings. As you may hear, the convolution reverb produces more natural sound. You might think that since convolution reverb sounds more natural, then you want to use this kind of reverb only. However, each kind performs better in certain situations. I use convolution reverb on solo instruments because they help fill out the sound where there ain't many things going on in your track. Convolution reverb is good with instruments that are not sampled, because sample instruments, even if it's sampled in a very dry environment, can have a small amount of natural room in the sample, and they sound good enough with an algorithmic reverb. Convolution reverb is also good for synthesized instruments. Algorithmic reverbs, on the other hand, tend to excel at adding reverb to full mixes, or samples that already have some room recorded in. So I hope that I have explained all basic differences and similarities between algorithmic and convolution reverbs. Thank you very much for assessing my assignment, and good luck!